These are my wader boots. Got these for 20 bucks on eBay. Not too bad for 20 bucks. Getting ready to do some fishing.
Building our shear wall. Getting our rafters run. Got plumbers here. Downstairs, running the vents. About 3 hours in, we got this side ran. We're blocking as we go. And Alex and Chewy are still out back.
All right, out here at 210 Starwood this morning. We got these guys cutting these rafters. We got one guy at the bottom end. We got one guy at the top end. We got Ed cutting the blocks down here. And we got two guys working over on the other side doing the substack in the master bedroom. Then they're gonna build this balloon wall up, and then we're gonna get that sheared. So everybody's working, everybody's moving this morning. We'll have all these rafters rolled out today. By the end of this week, this house will be looking a lot different. Finally got some plumbers in the building. Water lines starting to go in. Drain lines starting to go up.
This is Canyon Lodge here. And they got pretty big little project going on over here. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but they got a lot of big heavy equipment up there. So I think something to do with the lifts and whatnot. They've been working on that for a couple weeks now. You can just see here. Look what the snow did to this temporary fencing right here. I mean, just hammered it. Absolutely hammered. That's what the weight of snow will do to any structure. Just fold it. All right, well, I just got home, and wouldn't you know it, my hay bike got here. So hay bike, they actually contacted me not too long ago, maybe like a couple weeks ago, and we made a deal, and they sent me a bike. So we're going to do a first look at this bike. We're going to unbox it, set it up, and we're going to do some testing with this bike, and we're gonna let you guys know all about the hay bike. So hopefully it's a great bike. I've heard a lot of good things. We're gonna get this thing unboxed and do a video on it.
Okay, we're over at Sherwin right now. We just offloaded the skiddy right here and fired up the excavator. We got to get this fuel cell out of the back of here. Get this truck loaded up. Put it on the flatbed. Send her on to Bakersfield. So we got some stuff to do over here. Got to clean out that truck, put the fuel cell in the back of that. Yeah, we got some stuff to do. Here we go.
Well, here's the new tub. Well, new to us tub. As you can see, snow still hasn't quite melted, but we've got a nice perimeter around the tub and been keeping up on the water. And we really enjoy this thing. It's runs about 104 degrees. So when it's cold out, it's really nice. Okay, so tonight I am going to do a little meal for the boys. And it's gonna be Ed, Brian, Mike, and Owen. But yeah, we're gonna get some potatoes going. And I've got the Frank Berto's salsa that was given to us by those guys. And they gave us some chips too, so we're gonna try that tonight too. Got some avocados to go with it. So these have been resting for quite some time. I've got the, this is the garlic butter saute that I'm gonna do for the pork chops. Well, Mr. Bear paid a visit last night. You can see his, well, there's a dog print there too, but maybe that's definitely the bear print there. So he was sniffing around. He actually knocked this can over. It's got a lock on it, and there's no food in here either. We don't leave food out, but he still wanted to check it out. So yeah, you can see where his hand slid on that thing, but yeah, it was locked, so he couldn't really make a mess of it. And we don't keep food in there anyways, but pretty interesting. They're out and about, that's for sure.
Morning. Plumbers doing their thing. Got the framers out here cutting their 5-foot outlookers, 4x6. Getting ready to get these all lifted up. All right, you got it. Well, we got the whole upper roof done, blocked. Now we'll start on the understack and start shooting it. It's an awesome Wednesday morning. Plumbers are on the first floor. We're up here getting ready to start shooting. Hopefully tomorrow. Then we'll start the lower roofs next week.
So the neighbor from next door just came over. He's quite upset that, you know, apparently all this snow we've pushed is over on his client's side of the property line. And then, you know, we've cleared all this out and pushed it all into this area here right next to the house. Like we pushed it up taller than the windows. So he wants to know if we can do something to get that stuff out of there. He said they got 12 inches of water under the crawl space, so I'm gonna have to check over here to see what we got. But we need to do something we're gonna get we already have a big lake here. I don't know if we can try and grade this out a little bit and maybe dig a little trench down to the street to get some of this water out, cover it with plywood. We need to do something here. I mean, most of this water is running. You can see it running under the ice there over to the neighbor's property and then making it down to the street. But all this stuff right here, man, this is just mucking us up, getting us stuck. Back at Starwood Drive, Wednesday morning. We got a bunch of the temporary scaffolding taking down. Got this whole side of the roof rolled out. Putting up this big shear wall, putting off all this shear. You can really start to see the shape of this giant living room taking place. All this is going to be open ceilings, exposed beams. That whole wall will be windows there. Beautiful view. This side is the master bedroom on the other side of that big shear wall. Also all glass, that wall. We just need to get the understack for the vaulted ceiling in on this side. Coming along. Unfortunately, when you have a lot of snow, when that melts, that transforms into a lot of water and mud, which makes it not fun to get up here. Yuck. Now look at all this mud here. All right, so what we've got done so far this morning, they got all these temporary scaffoldings down, out of the way. They got this whole wall sheared up. They got the holes cut in the shear so they can start working on the understack here. Going from that beam down to here. That'll finish off this room. Then this side here, they also got the temporary scaffolding taken down. And they had to get all the wood in here. They have the line snapped out for the ledger board so they can do the understack in here. They have the shear panel up here to shear this wall. So they'll shear this wall first and then get this understack in here. That's 2 guys in here, 2 guys out here. And then Marco and Omar have been cutting in all these lookouts, the 4x6 lookouts for that main fascia board in the front. And now they're gonna start building this rake wall in the front. So that's what everybody's doing over here.
This is up on Laverne, and as you can see, the snow melt has gone back 10 plus feet off the shoulder here, and some of that material is starting to be exposed. Just a little tiny bit of the material is peeking out over here on this side. My thoughts, if we want to get moving on this in the next couple weeks, would be to get a loader over here and cut this driveway in all the way back to the foundation. And I think we could probably bucket it just right out to here and it'll melt quickly. So let me know what you think about that. C-Train's still right over here. I'm thinking a loader for four hours, and then maybe a hand crew of about 4 or 5 guys possibly like 1 day with that. So we could get this thing exposed enough to where it would be ready in the next 2 weeks. So we got Mike up there. We're basically take a ratchet strap and suck those two headers together so that the roof kind of stays intact while we finish demolishing everything. We're getting the rock off here. Ed's working on separating it. It's actually coming off the mortar bed pretty nicely. So we're gonna be able to reuse most of this rock. And that's gonna work out pretty good for us. Mike and Brian are working on securing that top so that the everything stays together. We're gonna go ahead and take everything off. This whole thing's gonna get off, and then we're gonna finish drilling our holes for the rebar today, which we started the other day, but we got kind of sidetracked. So we'll get back into that and get all these holes drilled, and we're gonna get some rebar over here and start setting that up. We're gonna reuse this rock. So we're jackhammering all this concrete and stuff out of it. Taking a couple of beams out already. So it's just supported by 4x6s right now across the top beams. We gotta take that back wall out. We need to get the skid steer over here and the dump truck. Get rid of some of all this concrete that we're accumulating. It's coming along though.
Take it off, use this like that. Okay, we're going to use this line hand, okay? So once you do, you go ahead and place your left foot on that white line. Place your right foot directly in front of your left foot touching your toe. Okay, I'm counting this up. Okay, stay right there. Don't do anything with my foot, okay? Hold your eyes only without moving your head. You understand? What is it? Eyes only. You seem a little out of it. Are you okay? So I can smell alcohol. Okay. Did you consume alcohol before you drove? Where were you at? You know how many you had? You remember? Okay, 5. Where were they? All right, so I'm going to have you do some field sobriety checks to make sure that you're okay, okay? The first thing I want you to do is go ahead and stand with your feet knees together, arms out to side. Okay, stay in that position and don't move until I say otherwise, okay? Put your arms on that side. All right, do a brief look at the pencil look. I'm going to pass this in front of your face. From left to right, up, down, in a circle. Stay right there. Take it off, use this like that. Okay, we're going to use this line hand, okay? So once you do, go ahead and place your left foot on that white line. Place your right foot directly in front of your left foot touching your toe. Okay, I'm counting this up. Okay, stay right there. Don't do anything with my foot, okay? Hold your eyes only without moving your head. You understand? What is it? Eyes only. Keep looking up. Turn up your... Alright, so I'm going to have you do some field sobriety checks to make sure that you're okay, okay? The first thing I want you to do is go ahead and stand with your feet knees together, arms out to side. Okay, stay in that position and don't move until I say otherwise, okay? Put your arms on that side. Alright, do a brief look at the pencil look. I'm going to pass this in front of your face. from left to right, up, down, in a circle. Boys!
As always, we had another great lunch at Warming Hut with the boys. Rich and the boys. Yeah, my boys.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, that's why we come. It's family atmosphere. That's how we do it. It's our favorite place in Mammoth to come. The atmosphere is great, and the food is even better. This is the Motel 6 here, and you can see these little pergola prefab units they built here. They did not hold up to the snow, not even one little bit. So I'm gonna give them a recommendation to not scab material together, such as this, even though that didn't fail, but all this stuff here failed. So I'm gonna say that we run with 4x8 headers across the top here, and then we run 4x6, and then we do the 2x2s over the top of that. So you can see that one completely failed out, but I'll repair this, or I'll give them a recommendation for the repair with no scabbing. Like even these 2x2s, you don't scab those together. I don't know why they would have done that. It doesn't even make sense, and it really doesn't even look good. So I got an idea what we can do here, and I'm gonna share it with them and see if they want to do it. Oh, here is the trash enclosure, which is a bear-proof enclosure here. So you can see the snow did a number on the structural on the roof here, and basically bowed it down quite a bit. So they're looking to get a repair on that. It's kind of, that's quite a span for that. So it might actually be not a bad idea to put a post right here in the center in between these trash cans, and add a purlin across the bottom of those, similar to what was right here. That's why this side didn't fail, because it had this post right here. So you can see here to here really didn't fail, but that span over there is just way too far. So I think what we need to do here is we need to add a post right here where these gates close, and then run a purlin right down the middle of that. We can probably jack these up and get them straight again. So that would be a fairly easy fix, I think. The ADA railing that has completely been just destroyed by the snow. The weight of the snow has basically buckled it all the way through. So what I'm looking for here is these bases. Let's see how good these bases still are, which they seem like they are actually. That one's not. So that one's gonna have to be completely cored out. Or plate it, yeah.
Plate it.
But these are actually not too bad.
Bottom rails are fine. You could cut it off here.
Just redo the whole top.
New top on this.
And then replace that base there. Yeah, for the most part, the bases look like they're pretty.
This back up a little.
Pretty good, but you can see the destruction that the snow did to these rails. I mean, just completely buckled them. So this will be kind of fun. We're gonna try to figure out a price on this and see if we can get them to accept it. And this will be definitely a few days of welding here. We might even be able to get those panels already pre-made. So that right there, that's a colorful car. That I'm pretty sure that got left over the winter. And I think somebody just said, you know what? I don't even want this car anymore. But they did spend a lot of time on the paint job, so it's like, it's kind of sad that they let it go. But I mean, they might have even been living in this thing. It kind of, wow, no passenger seat. Very, very interesting. You can see every day is a good day to have a good day. Yeah, I would agree with that. But looks like they put a couple notes on here, and doesn't look like these guys cared too much. I see a nice fishing pole right there.
So just can people can see what a house looks like when you don't clear the snow off the roof. This was an apartment complex, and it literally looks like a bomb went off. Like the roof didn't just come in, like all the walls got pushed out and came down. This is why it's so important to do snow removal. Literally that whole building is just demolished. Crazy. See, the wall was way over here. The whole roof came down, and now it's all over those trees.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing uploaded and out for you. Don't forget to check out the My Patriot Shopping Club. Like I've said in previous videos, great group of products, all American made, all natural, and replaces a lot of things that you will find in the big box stores that's, you know, basically chock full of harmful chemicals and, you know, made outside of the US. So, I mean, I know you can't do, you know, everything American made, but you definitely need to check out that store, because you'll find some worthwhile products that are all natural, American made, and you know, it's definitely going to replace some of those things that you'd be dealing with from the big box stores. Thanks for checking out our video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.